Sea of Thieves just released its newest update for August, introducing things like the newest Monkey Island Tall Tale and new Emporium sets, but there is one thing added that many players are disagreeing about. In this new update, Rare added an accessibility feature that lets you switch on a brand new audio cue to help when you're aiming down your gun's sights. When you aim down the sights, you get a small clicking noise that gets faster as your aim gets closer to your enemy, and when you're finally aiming directly at your enemy, you get another noise like a gun loading to tell you to shoot. And while this was added as a way to help the visually impaired players of Sea of Thieves, others are worried about how this could be used to one's advantage. One huge worry that people have is how this will affect tug plays, such as on a boat or a fort. If a crew is doing a fort and we're worried that they were being actively tugged on, could that crew not turn on the audio cue feature, look down their sights, and simply look around the island until they hear clicking noises, giving away the tugger's position? Same question could be asked on a boat. If someone was doing an Athena mission, could that player not check for tuggers by aiming down their sights and look around their boat until they hear clicking? What about aim in general? Is this just a way for people to have increased aim so that newer and less experienced players feel they have more skill? Some think that this feature is just another way to lower the skill gap, making it much easier for people to aim and check for tuggers, or something that Rare added that no one asked for, and are just wasting their time. But this is far from what Rare intended this to be. While yes, they should be cracking down on cheating and game-breaking bugs, this is a needed addition for the minority of players who are visually impaired and have a hard time playing video games because of it. Rare is trying to be inclusive of all players with impairments, and this is by no means a secret way to shrink the skill gap. Even if something isn't asked for by the majority of the fan base, it doesn't always mean it's not needed. Rare also knew this could be an overpowered way to check for tuggers and made sure that couldn't happen. In an accessibility highlight tweet made by Sea of Thieves themselves, they first introduced this feature by saying, "This feature assists with aiming down sights via a clicking sound that changes as the player's aim moves towards or away from a visible enemy threat." And as if they already knew what people were going to say, they responded to their own tweet by saying, "To clarify, this assist requires a clear line of sight to a target and, in the case of enemy players, a visible nameplate. As such, it should not reveal hidden or obscured pirates. Therefore, if you're tucking on a player using this feature, as long as you're tucked, which means your nameplate won't show or you're behind a wall, this feature cannot be used to gain an advantage during PvP, unless you're standing right in front of them. And using it as a way to gain better aim during PvP is not going to affect anyone hugely because PvP is so fast-paced. Even when you hear that click as you aim at an opposing player, you have to process the click, hit your fire button, and then the bullet has to reach the enemy player, and by that time, as long as your target is not standing completely still, it won't hit the target because that player has probably already moved by then. Everyone definitely had a right to be worried about this feature being used for one's advantage in PvP, but this is strictly a way to make sure Sea of Thieves is playable for everyone. And while there might be some bugs when you use this, and let's be real, there probably will, hopefully it won't be completely game-ending, and Rare will still get to work on it as soon as they can. And also follow me on my Twitch, or I might be streaming Sea of Thieves right now, and if you want to learn the best settings to turn on for better skill in Sea of Thieves, then click on this video right here and learn all about it.